Have you ever noticed that when people begin to age, they don't lose strength evenly across the body? They don't usually say, my arms gave out first or my hands stopped working. What they say is, my legs feel weak, I feel unstable, I don't trust my balance anymore. And here's the surprising truth most people don't realize. Your legs weaken first long before the rest of your body shows visible signs of aging. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your leg muscles are the largest metabolic tissue you have. They regulate blood sugar, support circulation back to the heart, stabilize hormones, and act as shock absorbers for your joints and nervous system. When leg strength declines, it's not just a mobility issue, it's a metabolic warning sign. Research shows that loss of leg strength strongly predicts increased risk of falls, faster cognitive decline, insulin resistance, cardiovascular disease, shortened lifespan. In fact, grip strength and leg strength are now considered biomarkers of longevity. Yet, most people are told the same oversimplified advice, just exercise more, but here's the problem. Many people over 50 or 60 are already trying to walk more, stretch more, or do light exercise, and their legs still feel weak, heavy, or unresponsive. That's because movement alone does not rebuild muscle. If the metabolic environment is broken, muscle is not lost simply because you're aging. Muscle is lost because blood flow to muscle declines. Mitochondria stop producing energy efficiently. Inflammation blocks muscle repair. Insulin can no longer deliver nutrients properly. Protein signaling pathways become resistant. So the real question isn't, how do I move more? The real question is, how do I move more? The real question is, how do I turn muscle repair back on? And this is where food becomes powerful medicine, not calories, not protein shakes, but specific foods that activate circulation, reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and reawaken muscle-building signals, especially in the legs. Today, we're going to talk about 6 foods that do exactly that. These foods don't just feed your muscles. They send instructions to your body telling it to restore strength, stability, and endurance from the ground up, will break down, while eggs are the first to weaken. The hidden metabolic reasons strength disappears, how food influences muscle signaling, not just calories, and the exact foods that research shows can support leg strength naturally. This is not about bodybuilding. This is about staying independent, confident, and mobile for decades longer. If this topic matters to you or someone you care about, you're in the right place. Let's start by outlining the 6 science-backed insights well cover so you know exactly where we're going. Here's what's really going on inside your body when leg strength starts to fade, and most people completely miss this. The legs are the farthest muscles from the heart, which means they rely more than any other muscle group on healthy blood flow, oxygen delivery, and microcirculation. When those systems begin to decline, even slightly, your legs feel it first. Not your arms, not your shoulders, your legs. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your circulatory system like a garden irrigation network. The plants closest to the water source get plenty of flow, but the plants at the far end of the hose, they're the first to wilt if pressure drops. Your legs are at the end of the hose. As we age, blood vessels naturally stiffen. Nitric oxide production declines, the tiny capillaries that feed muscle fibers become less responsive, and the result is subtle at first: slower walking, heavier legs, reduced balance. But over time, this becomes muscle loss and weakness. What the research shows is that improving blood flow can directly preserve and even rebuild leg strength independent of exercise alone, and this brings us to the first food that matters deeply for leg strength: nitratoric plants, especially beets and leafy greens. Here's why they're so powerful. Natural nitrates in foods like beets, arugula, spinach, and celery are converted in your body into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. Wider vessels mean more oxygen, more nutrients, and better waste removal from muscle tissue. This is not a supplement trick. This is basic human physiology. Studies show that improved nitric oxide availability enhances muscle oxygenation, endurance, and even neuromuscular efficiency. In practical terms, that means your leg muscles fire more smoothly and fatigue less quickly. And here's something especially important. Nitric oxide also supports angiogenesis, the growth of healthy, functional micro blood vessels. That's critical for aging legs because muscle fibers can't repair or grow if they're undersupplied. Now let's make this actionable. A simple daily protocol looks like this. Add a small serving of beets or leafy greens earlier in the day, ideally before movement or walking. Pair them with a source of vitamin C like lemon juice, which stabilizes nitric oxide. Avoid washing them down with antibacterial mouthwash, which disrupts nitrate conversion in the mouth. That last point is fascinating. The conversion of nitrates to nitric oxide starts in the oral microbiome. Overuse of harsh mouthwash can literally block this pathway. Now here's the mistake I see often. People think leg weakness means they need more protein or heavier weights, and those can help. But without restoring circulation, the muscle can't respond properly. Blood flow is the delivery system. No delivery, no repair. If this is helpful, so far, consider subscribing. I post science-based strategies like this every day to help you stay strong and independent as you age. One more important point, poor circulation doesn't just weaken muscles, it also affects nerve signaling. Nerves require oxygen and glucose delivery just like muscle fibers do. Improving blood flow improves coordination, balance, and reaction time, which is why people often feel more stable within weeks of improving vascular health. So remember this key takeaway: strong legs require strong circulation, and circulation is something you can influence daily, starting with what you eat. In the next section, we'll move from blood flow to something just as critical: how insulin resistance silently blocks muscle repair in the legs, even in people who don't have diabetes. Here's what's really going on inside your body when leg muscles stop responding the way they owe.